Hey guys, Sakrafter here, and today I'm back with Bailey, the note
Hey everyone.
novice. We're back for another episode of Anime versus Reality. This is episode number 147. We're gonna get it so high up in the numbers. It's gonna be ridiculous. I know there's gonna be some anime that we're gonna come across that I'm just gonna be like, we need to do the whole like a whole 3 hour thing rather than just like a 1 hour thing.
In one video.
Pardon?
What do you mean 3 hours in one video?
Yeah.
How are we gonna do that?
Well, we'll do a normal like how we're doing it now, the normal podcast, but it'll just be longer format
Mm,
because down the line we have SAO, which is
Yeah.
120 episodes plus what's going to be 5 movies now.
Yeah, it's okay if you get over 100 episodes, but I want an anime of 100. Oh no, that's right.
Bailey,
Yeah, this personal
don't
kid.
you dare. The only reason SEO is still on the list is because it was originally below 100 episodes. It was at 96.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find an anime of 99 episodes, put it on the list, and then it's like, oh no, we got more.
No, I know you're talking about Two Loveru.
Yeah.
I I just didn't want to have because it is a bit
Yeah,
complex,
no, again,
right?
I'm just messing with it.
Like it gets very complex down the line, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I know, like you wanted a scientific railgun on that, but that's getting into multiple animes happening at different points of time in the same timeline, and you have to watch certain episodes at certain points.
Yeah. Because I
Like,
think it's yeah, but Two Love Room, remember that movie we watched at the cinema? They changed that as well. They added that new character and
uh,
kind of
you talking
retconned certain
about
things.
like the second progressive movie?
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure they were in the light novel. They just went in the anime because the progressive movies are based on the light novel.
Okay. Well, I haven't read the light novel. The only
Yeah,
light novel I've read is Death Note.
yeah. Well, yeah. They. It's not a new character. It's a new character to us, but to the fans of everything SEO, it's not new. Speaking of SEO, still got the Asuna sword back there. But we should probably get back on topic. We have some assassinations to get to, or assassination attempts to get to. You want to start us off with your brilliant notes, Bailey?
I sure can. Notes I tried to summarize, make them short and sweet, because I used to write notes real long.
Well,
Following,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
One last thing. I would say like a page and a half is good length.
Uh, Following Class 3E's failed assassination of Koro Sensei and the Takaoka incident, the
Akira.
students are
Yeah.
spending their last evening on the island before heading back to Japan. Their target hastily establishes a test of courage, with their target is Koro Sensei,
Yeah.
for the students designed to scare the students but hides a desire to create love gossip among them by splitting them into boy-girl pairs. And he
Yeah.
chooses them specifically because he's like, I want to try and ship these people together. That's kind of what this episode is.
Yeah. It's well the first half of the episode.
You know, shipping's a new type of bullying. Yeah, they go in high school. Oh, those two would look good together, and they and then boys and girls have spread rumors until the two are just like, oh, screw it, let's go out.
Screw it, let's screw.
What are you thinking, man? They're in high school, you sicko. Nagisa and
Well, yeah,
Kade
the
are the
age of
first.
consent did get raised to 16, so I can't make that joke anymore, can't I?
Certainly can. Nagisa and Kade are the first to enter the cave. The pair are spooked by Koro Sensei haunting them with a tale of a local legend. Still, its effectiveness is reduced when they hear him telling the same story to the next pair
Well, no,
later on.
it's not that it's reduced, it's like how, Nagisa says it makes it sound more real.
Yeah,
That's how he states it, but, yeah.
yeah. Alright, and so I just want to point this out. That musical instrument he's playing, it's called an Okinawa shamisen, which originated from a Chinese instrument called the sanzayan, which was exported to Okinawa in the late 14th century.
Oh, from which country?
It originated from China. It
Ah,
was
that's
from a
cool.
Chinese instrument which was
I
exported to Okinawa.
I guess that sort of explains how like Koro Sensei's like disguise is a bit Chinese Japanese.
Yeah. Yeah, especially with that mustache. You're like, oh, what's going on?
The old man mustache.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right.
continue.
Yeah, so later on, Kama admits to Okuda that seeing Nagisa's claim,
Like
calm
calm.
expression after defeating Takaoka made him uneasy. For a fighter, Kama likes to win, and he's like, I'm going to be the one to kill Koro Sensei.
No, I'm gonna be the one to kill Koro Sensei.
Yeah. However, victory to an assassin like Nagisa is meaningless, though he still aims to kill their teacher. Kama and Okuda turn their attention ahead, suspiciously finding a game of Twister on the cave floor, and it's ironic I was getting tongue twisted when I was
Wait,
saying
what
suspiciously.
is this? Death Parade?
Yeah, and it's like this is scary. Suppose if you're playing with a map,
Well,
it'd be
they are
scary.
playing in a cave, which would increase the creep factor a little bit.
Hmm.
Because anything in the
Meanwhile,
cave is creepy.
Meanwhile, Koro Sensei is unsatisfied that his strategy is not as effective. However, he ends up being scared by the latter half of the class, starting from Hazama onwards.
Because,
Afterwards,
like,
the student
Hazmat looks like a ghost to him.
is like, "What is that thing?" It's like, I've been scaring people for years.
Yeah, and, like, that's where we learn one of his weak points that, like, as expected, he's scared of the supernatural.
Yeah. Yeah. Afterwards, the students revealed that they knew what he was up to even before the test of courage had begun, and scolded him for trying to sleazily create an artificial romance among them. Because Korra Sensei, he doesn't just like romance; he also has a weakness for juicy stories.
Yeah, which got brought up in season one.
Yeah, no doubt he's probably trying to create some student drama to get some juicy stories.
uh, I do like the fact that the students didn't really know. They sort of figured it out more when it started happening.
And
It's
it's
like
like, what
once the
happened when you
first
were in the
few, it was like, oh, Kara Sensei's up to his shenanigans again.
yeah. Because they would have all talked about what happened in the test. It's like, oh, this happened. It's like, really? That's strange. And then they all would have figured it out together, by talking to one another about what they had to go through.
Yeah, but their focus is turned to Professor Bitch and Karasuma exiting the cave. They're both exasperated at each other. Like the I've wasn't it like Karasuma carrying her through or something?
Yeah, she was holding on to his arm. And then when they see the students, she like slowly, she's right there. She slowly tries to crawl away. It reminds you
Yeah.
of that meme from South Park, and Cartman's on the phone, and one of the kids recognizes him, and he's like, oh, and he's getting into a fight with him on the phone. And when one of the kids recognizes it, he hangs up the phone and he slowly creeps away from the phone. It's like, what are you doing?
But yeah,
Like creeping away from the
Professor
phone.
Mitch is like awkwardly just trying to sneak away,
Yeah,
and the class is just like, we're all gonna be sleazy now.
yeah,
I love the fact that, like, as much as they try to kill Koro Sensei, it's like we get we could have some moments where we're working together with our teacher to be absolute sleazeballs and force of romance. That it really it's not that forced. It was already sort of there. They're just trying to help it along more than force it.
yeah.
And the students and Professor Bitch return to the hotel as the latter complains about Kurasuma's very dense, like, brain. He is dense like a rock. In trying to seduce him, Professor Bitch herself has fallen in love with him, despite her experience leading her to becoming awkward. It's like, you you've dated so many people, yet an actual relationship you can't do.
I wouldn't say she dated more like, they're more like playthings for her because she was what, Femme Fatale, right?
Femme
Um,
fatale. Yes,
Yeah, so can you really say she went on dates?
sort of. She would have had to practice for it. So yeah, the students in Kuro Sensei attempt to help Professor Bitch uh, by first giving her address. Like it's one of Yukiko's
No,
dresses. Sorry, you put last names. I'm like, you put first names and last names. I'm like, I'm
I
having to
know,
think.
just to mess with you. Kansaki, that girl.
Yeah, Yukiko.
Yeah, and so
And like she wears
for
it and it ends up making her look even more sexy.
yeah, and Kanzaki's embarrassed when she hears the guy saying, "Oh, we should get Kanzaki to wear more of that, to wear that dress and wear dresses like it." Well, the
No!
reason it looks sexier is because isn't it a size short?
That and also big boobs.
Yeah,
Hina further adds that compatibility is more important than showing more skin. It's like, yes. Very true.
tell that to OF girls.
Hey, they make the money from doing that sort of thing. It's not it.
Yeah, it's not about compatibility; it's about the skin.
Yes, yes, that's what OnlyFans is for. Like, and we can say that it's not inappropriate. Like, the only inappropriate part that can happen is someone going from this to that because we mentioned it. Which, I is that really our fault?
Yeah,
It's more someone
listen,
heard it and decided, "Ooh, what's this?" I, we're just. I feel like I'm saying more and more things that are more and more risque as we go through. Just as I'm going through my Twitch phase. I'm pretty sure at some point I might end up getting banned, or at least not banned. A strike for saying the wrong thing at the wrong time. Anyway, getting to Karasuma, many suggest Professor Bitch appealed to what he likes. And based on his interest in a female in a TV commercial. It's like,
Because no, he didn't like the female because those three were ugly as hell. He liked the like how they were military minded.
yeah,
How they had the discipline. It's like, is he even normal or what?
yeah, because he's very military focused, and he is a simple man as well. Like, like the fact that he's not like really you know, more in the fat range based on his diet is a miracle, right?
Because he eats whack Donalds and ramen cups.
Yeah. But regardless of that, of how he eats and all that, the class set him up with like during dinner to have with Professor Bitch, and they're doing it alone. And well, I'm pretty sure she's still wearing Yukiko's dress, but the I forget what it's called, like the scarf. I'm pretty sure they mentioned what it is in the episode. Uh, that one, it was bought at the hotel and made to look high class by Hara, not
Yeah.
made by. Ow. Despite her reservations about the choice of dining revenue and clothing, as well as the complete lack of privacy from the spying students, like all the students are just watching, including Koro Sensei. Koro Sensei is also watching. I
Yeah,
really,
do you actually see where he is?
he's like with the students. I'm pretty
No,
sure.
no, he's not with the students.
What?
You go back and you look in the background, you can see he's buried in the sand and only his head's sticking out.
But yeah,
If you go back, you have a look, and you'll see him there. It's once you see it, you can't unsee it.
I probably will look for it when I'm trying to pick out a frame to use for the thumbnail.
It's like a Where's Waldo type situation.
Yeah, Professor Bitch can't help but enjoy the dinner.
And
You
let's
know.
talk about that one student. You know those two girls? They're like, oh, we blocked off here, so you have to sit somewhere else. One of them's got their legs spread across both seats so far, like she's trying to do the splits.
I think I know which character you're talking about. The gymnast girl.
Yeah,
Yeah, she could she could casually do that. Honestly,
yeah, mate. If that was my student, I'd be like, no, you're expelled. Get out of here for lewd behavior.
sorry, I turned into a bit of an air horn there.
So be gone, fort.
No, an air horn.
Okay. No, I was talking about that girl. I was like, be gone, fort.
Yeah, because like if you remember, we've seen her gymnastic skills in an
Oh
action.
yeah, yeah. I
Like
remember.
like the literal like from standing to full vertical split kick to the face on that guy. Like, ow. That would hurt. Just a solid connection from a little girl knocking you out in one kick. Oh. And during dinner, Karasuno mentions how the second term will get more intensive. Professor Bitch, though, asks Karasuno about how he feels about killing, remembering her past life. Well, it's not her past life, it's still her life. It's just that this particular job is taking longer than she expected. Well, you put here after tentatively wiping his mouth. You forgot.
Yeah, she kissed it.
She kiss is like the indirect kiss cliche,
Yeah,
because that is actually quite a cliche in romance anime.
yeah.
And she's like walking away, cursing herself for ruining the movie. The students are like, "Give him tongue."
Yeah.
Like they're actually telling her to go back and give him tongue. Like, as much as they're trying to help her, they just part of like her kissing technique is amazing enough that they want her to do it. Nagasaki would know firsthand. Despite the unfolding drama, Karasuma remains just as dense to what's going on. It's like, dude, all these students shouting at the other teacher to kiss you on the mouth, like with tongue. It's like, how do you not
God,
pick
she's
up on what's
funny.
going on? It is amazing how dense he is at times. You want to take the next point, Bailey?
Okay.
He's every time you talk like that, it's like all I can think of is Alvin and the Chipmunks. Okay.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
no, like in
On
the
the last.
movie.
Okay. On the last day of the summer vacation, Nagisa is having lunch with his father. The two discuss Nagisa's very strict mom until Nagisa sees Koro Sensei inviting him to come to the summer festival at the last minute.
And he's like
Koro
eating
Sensei,
lunch. He's like
yeah.
putting a
Nagisa's
tap.
dad's a bit of a bum, right?
What?
Nagisa's dad's a bit of a bum, isn't he?
I. This is our first time seeing his dad. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so where the hell was he this whole time?
Uh, well, we don't really see any parents in the first season.
Yeah, so I'm supposed to take his opinion on it?
Hmm?
So I'm supposed to take the opinion that Nagisa's mom is very strict from him?
Oh,
I don't
you'll
know what's
learn
going on.
why. You'll know that she is strict.
Yeah, so have you seen that thing? It's like, Mrs. Chun, your son's a straight A student. No, he must do better. It's the top of the class. I got him grading the papers for my students myself because I can't be bothered. It's like, no, you must be better. It's like, you want better? The guy's gonna kill himself. Is that what you want?
But yeah, you know how Nagisa has his hair?
Yeah.
That's going to be important. That's an important detail.
Your mom wanted a daughter, not a trap.
Hey, no spoilers. You haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I was just taking a guess.
Yeah, you were right though.
Uh,
It is basically
um,
that.
Koro Sensei himself is disappointed that Louvre is unable to make it as he is busy on a mission at the
I
time.
think he's in London, based on how foggy it is.
After the call, Louvre seemed pleased that Nagisa can successfully pull off a technique he taught him. However, the hitman is ambushed and before he can react, shot in the chest by an unknown assailant who says a poem. And what's funny is that when he shoots him, it looks like he just, like
It's the
with
finger
your
gun.
fingers, you make it move. Yeah, he finger banged that poor guy.
Don't use that term, man.
At the festival, Nagisa and the rest of the students enjoy themselves. Koro Sensei is pleased with the turnout, and Nagisa notes that Chiba and Hayami are sad. This is because they have been banned from the shooting games for constantly winning. Kama hassles the scammer into giving him a prize. Meihara notes that Isogai has good technique at a game, catching a lot of fish, which he plans to cook and eat.
It's goldfish,
Nagisa
by the
really,
way.
yeah. Oh, I can't wait to eat those goldfish.
They're
Nagisa
not
real,
just that. They're not just the biscuits. They're also the fish.
yeah. Nagisa realizes that they are inadvertently funding Koro Sensei's income as he runs multiple food stores
How is he not?
simultaneously.
How is he not known by other people? Seriously.
Oh, yeah. Only Karasuma is not present at the festivals, instead of meeting with government and defense officials. Owing to how the class almost cornered Koro Sensei as a group, the government decided to increase the bounty to 30 million yen for
No.
the group of assassins. What?
Oh, you got the wrong. You got the wrong unit there. It's not. It's not million. It's
Is
billion.
it billion?
Yeah. At the start, they said 10 billion. So
Okay.
it got raised to 30 million. So basically, if the entire class works together, they get a billion each.
Hmm. But why get a billion each when they can get a million each?
Just because it's further in the alphabet does not mean it's better.
Yeah, I know. It's like Austin Powers. It's like billion is more than millions, you idiot.
I put my own spin on that.
Alright, do you want to pick us up with episode 2?
Oh, I'll gladly take some stuff for episode 2. Because we're getting into some new assassination attempts.
Yeah, but I also got that record here.
Uh, yep.
When
So
when
yeah,
you're ready.
Kaede heads a meeting of Class 3 devising an unusual plan to kill Koro Sensei. Using Koro Sensei's love for sweets and the country's overproduction of eggs that would have gone to waste, Kaede's plan is to cook a giant pudding. It's like the sweet pudding, like pudding cup. And it gains approval from the class and Karasumo, who uses the crazy ideas that the students come up with. It's like, yes, let's build a giant pudding in the schoolyard in our yard. One, how would no one even notice what was going on? Like no one questioned all the trucks going up to the school or like up
Yeah.
to the E class building.
Yeah, oh yes, screw Koro Sensei. That pudding can feed all of Africa.
Yeah, the pudding itself would make the news.
Yeah. Unless, no, it's like that, have you seen that meme in The Million Ways to Die in the West? It's like Doc Brown's working on the car. So what are you doing? Oh, no, it's just a weather experiment. Oh, okay.
So yeah, Kade leads the students in cooking the pudding with help from large production machines, something that surprises Nisa, who figured her to be more of a supporting role. Over the course of the day, she directs the students throughout the process, and by the end of the day, the giant pudding is complete. Kama also reveals his surprise at Kaede's leading role, where she states that once she decides on something, she strives to meet it no matter what. It's like, honestly, that is a good mentality to have, unless it's something bad, or it's just like an impossible task. It's like, you gotta know your limits. But Kaede has decided, screw the limits.
I'm gonna push it to the limit.
Now, what's that record-sized pudding?
Well, the largest pudding is 3.28 tons. And it was made by villagers of Ogden, Lancashire, UK, and officially unveiled at the famous Ogden Pudding Festival held on 11th of July 1992.
How tall? Like, did it have a height measurement?
It was 3.28 tons.
No, but did it have a
It's the
height?
largest pudding. I don't have a height, but that's the largest one ever weighed.
I'm pretty sure this particular one would outweigh it.
Oh, absolutely. But you
Considering,
think,
like, Koro Sensei's height next to it. It's like 3 Koro Sensei's high, I think. Maybe even 4.
Yeah, but what you gotta understand about the pudding is that when you make a higher pudding, it can fall over. You know?
Yeah, well, that's why she uses both glycerin and one other thing to hold it up.
Yeah. See, if I was gonna go for height, because that's why I said the weight first. But if you want height, then the highest is 743 feet and 8 inches.
What? Do you know that
That's
in
the
meters?
longest in meters. That's 226.67. It was made by Gmina Radomosli Welki, someone from Poland,
Wow.
in Radomsl Poland on 19th of July 2014.
Oh, just only a decade ago.
Yeah, because that last record was the 11th of July 1992. But this was 22 years later.
What?
So that
No,
one
that's
beat,
32. If you're saying 1992.
yeah, sorry.
Oh, you're
Um,
saying 22 years later to the 2014 one.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
You see, because this was the largest pudding ever weighed.
Largest pudding ever weighed in 1992. The
Yeah, but this
longest
one
pudding in
is,
2014.
yeah, so this could also, if it's the longest pudding ever made, then there's a chance it could weigh the most and beat the other record, but didn't look into that.
Well, you gotta consider the density of pudding.
True.
If you had a, like, if the, because it would have to have a standard height for the pudding. You that my research into that would be like, what's the density of pudding? What's the standard height of a pudding? And
Yeah.
then plug those in with the length and go, wait. I'm I'm sorry, I'm a bit of a numbers nerd. It comes out whenever you bring up weights and height and length and all that. Anyway, we should probably get back to the notes.
Yeah.
Because the next day, Kuro Sensei drools at the side of it and happily dives
That's
into
all for me. Woo!
it. It's all from you, Kuro Sensei! But yeah, so he's like diving into it, it's like eating it while the class heads inside and watches. I forget. Kotaro reveals to have planted a bomb inside the bottom of the pudding, laced with anti-sensei BBs. However, Candace begins having second thoughts due to her own love of for the pudding, and becomes hysterical that all her work into making the pudding will be destroyed in an instant. And like Terasaka has to pin her down to prevent Koro Sensei from finding out about the
Yeah, because
plan.
it's like she made that. It's like it's a masterpiece. I can't let it die. What are you doing? Stop her!
It must be on display. It'll go rotten.
I don't care.
The,
Reminds you of that
as long
SpongeBob
as she
episode.
kept the mold form, she could do it again whenever she wants, really.
It reminds you of that SpongeBob episode. SpongeBob makes the perfect patty and he falls in love with it. And then it gets to the point where it's all moldy and ugly, but he's so blinded by its beauty he can't see it.
But yeah, Korosensei did already figure out there was a bomb. Because he's got a sense of plastic explosive. Like, he got the smell of plastic explosive.
Yeah.
How? It's buried in there. Koro Sensei's nose is better than the hound dog's. So
Well,
yeah,
good
he's
knows. He could smell cocaine if he wants.
So Koro Sensei has smelt the explosive. He's eaten back out the other side, and not they haven't noticed him. He's gone underground and gone to
And
the
he's eaten all
bomb.
the dirt in it as well. Did you notice?
Yeah, because he can't. Like he's down to eat anything really. He just loves sweets the most, and like he removed the like he deconstructed the detonator, essentially. He also prepared puddings for the entire class. And although the plan failed, Kade is relieved that she gets to enjoy the pudding that she made. And she's like, anything can be used as an assassination tool. And Coruscant's like, correct. It's like, if you think of everything in terms of assassination, it's corrected, Koro-sensei. Which I feel like is, in a weird way, is actually a good way to learn. Like, it doesn't have to be, like, assassination. It could be something as simple as, like, as music. Like, if you think of everything like music, everything might flow better for you.
Yeah,
Do you understand what I mean by that?
I do.
It's like, assassination's not the only way you can learn stuff.
Yeah.
You want to take some notes?
Oh, I can certainly try. You sure?
Go for it. We're at the end of the pudding section.
All right. Oh, that poor pudding.
Hmm?
Later in the day, Karasuma trains for class in parkour. Parkour! A free running skill to improve their speed and mobility. This soon turns into a cops and robbers game with Karasuma hunting down the students and Koro-sensei to guard the captured students.
Yeah.
He even manages to catch Bleep by surprise, and she's like, I remember that, I'm gonna lure Kurosami here. And when he goes to reach his hand out, I'll grab his hand and pull him on me, and we'll make sweet love in this game. But he like jumps up from above.
Just shoves
It's
her
like
head
grabs
into
her
the
hand.
water.
It's like, you're caught. What?
Like,
How?
he fully jumps her face in water, like Jason X style.
Yeah. Yeah. However, the captured students escape when Kurosensei is bribed by boobs and crying at their sob stories, earning Karasuma's ire by the end. And it's funny when Kurosuma lets him go, you see there's another it's him but in another outfit. It's like, you're a corrupt cop. I knew I
Yeah.
shouldn't have let you in this case. And it's like I couldn't, and then the cop he was like, I couldn't let those kids suffer. And then Kurosama comes up. It's like, what the hell's going on here?
So, Koro Sensei just loves playing characters.
Yeah. On his way home, Nagisa notices some interesting magazines. Oh yeah.
Biological. Wow, wow.
And they're of his mom. Oh no.
Oh, no,
Can you
no,
imagine?
no, no, no. Don't you dare do that.
The next day, Koro-sensei is greeted by a disgusted class, with incidents of a yellow man stalking women with a recognizable laugh. The class accused Koro-sensei of being the culprit due to his perverted habits. Koro-sensei vehemently denies this,
Vehemently. Yeah.
but his attempts to prove he's innocent end up going from bad to worse. He's like, oh yeah,
It's like the comical bras on a stick.
yeah,
And then the basketball later on has a bra on it. I'm like,
yeah.
this is an obvious setup.
Yeah. Evidence such as bras hidden in his desk and letters revealing the girl's chest sizes on the class roll book implicates him further. Keanu is upset that hers is recorded as being forever flat.
Because she's actually B, as we find out later.
These aren't flat.
Yeah.
Not that flat. I think they're pretty good
Bailey.
looking bees. If you don't mind my saying so.
The animal or the.
Go down. Ouch.
Oh, wait. You set me up for that. The animals, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about the animals,
Yeah,
right?
let's go with that. Yeah, let's go with that.
Continue on.
Alright. At the end of the day, Koro Sensei leaves depressed. Kama offers that if their teacher were the culprit, he would not shoddily leave evidence lying around for his students to find.
With the
For Koro
basketball.
Sensei, for Koro Sensei, losing the trust of his students is worse than being killed by them. Nagisa agrees with this, and Fu asks Ritsu to find out whether the culprit will strike again. The, the AI finds a
Yeah,
place where a group
by the way,
of
the AI is Ritsu.
Ritsu. Yeah, the AI Ritsu finds a place where a group of actresses are staying for the final night, and Nagisa, Kama, Keanu, Fuwa, and Terasaki trespass
Terasaka,
beside that
yeah.
night. Terasaka. Hidden away, they find Koro Sensei also in hiding. Then a figure comes out of hiding and starts grabbing the bras, confirming that there is an imposter.
Yeah, it's
Koro
bicycle
Sensei
helmet.
ambushes the imposter and takes off his helmet, finding the man to be one of Kurasuma's underlings. A surprised Koro Sensei asks why is he doing this until a trap is activated, causing the hanging sheets to surround Koro Sensei.
Like, the guy does get out before the sheets do go up, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Or does he, like,
Yeah.
slip out in the.
No, he
In the.
gets out.
But doesn't he just, like, slip out in the panic or something?
He quickly gets out of the way because the thing falls from the sky and catches
Ah.
Koro Sensei.
I thought it came up out of the ground.
I could have sworn it was the sky, but
No, I'm pretty sure it was the ground that it comes
oh
out
no,
of.
that's because the guy is attacking from up above. Yeah, it
Yeah.
came from under the ground.
Yeah. Anyway, continue.
The mastermind turns out to be Shiro, who reveals to have negotiated with the government to hire the underling and based his trap from the student's summer assassination plan. Itani Horove comes out of hiding as he prepares to strike Koro Sensei from above.
And he's got blades.
His
Of
his tentacles have
glory.
blades.
Of glory.
Anyway, so yeah, episode 3, Eterna starts striking from above at Koro Sensei, who is trapped within the bed sheets planned by Shiro. The latter is revealed to have been inspired by the assassination attempt on the island, and the group of students witnessing the events accuse Shiro of playing dirty. And Shiro's just like, it's just being an adult. Wait, oh, Shiro. As dirty as you are playing, you are correct that it's just being an adult. It's like, is the adult way to steal ideas from kids. Big fat liar style.
Yeah.
Despite being trapped, Kara Sensei counters Shiro's plan.
He notes that he also learns, like, that he learns and adapts to people's, like, particular fighting patterns. And
Yeah.
he does, like, a little, come out. Kamehameha.
I get kicked in the face.
Yeah.
That's
Just,
good. You can't do that. That's copyright. No.
hey,
I like when
Dragon
he
Ball
gets
Z.
yeah.
I don't think the creators of Dragon Ball Z even care about that term being
Yeah.
used.
I like when he's doing it. Kame. When he gets to the May, he's kicked in the face like, huh! Because he finishes it off the last part,
Yeah.
Kamehameha. He's like, huh!
But yeah, he basically like fuses his tentacles together to create an energy explosion which blows away the bed sheets.
Yeah.
Because they're anti-sensei sheets, like what Shiro wears. Furthermore, Eterna's attack patterns have mainly remained the same from their previous encounters, and Koro Sensei effortlessly defeats him despite the increasing complexity of Shiro's strategies. Koro Sensei once more requests that Eterna be allowed to join Class E. However, Eterna crumples in pain, no doubt caused by those pesky testicles. Tentacles.
Damn those testicles. Always teabagging all over the place.
Please take over for him. Shame.
Oh, well, that's going to be the thumbnail. Your reaction just like, oh no.
No, when I do the thumbnail, it's usually from the anime.
Oh, we can clip this part out and put it at the beginning of the video. And then play it up a few seconds later.
That's a moment that's gonna stay with Twitch. I knew I was gonna say something bad at one point.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Again, can you please take over, Bailey?
Oh, okay, sure. I can do that. Alright, so Shiro sees that Itona's constant losses are causing the testicles to gnaw away the boy's brain, despite his desire for power as well as the high cost of continually maintaining Itona's testicles.
No. Stop! Stop
Alright.
there!
To that, Shiro cruelly leaves Itona without any care or worry for him. The pain accumulating within Itona rises, and the boy leaves Koro-sensei in the group of students leaves Koro-sensei in the group of students in another direction. Unable to control the pain due to blue balls, Itona starts rampaging around the town. News of the rampage reaches Class E. Fua, however, notices that only cell phone shops are attacked. Kama analyzes Shiro's personality, how he uses his subordinates as pawns to be sacrificed, and suggests leaving Itona alone. However, Koro-sensei tells the group that he made a vow not to let any one of his students go.
We do learn that the reason why Eterna is attacking cell phone shops is because of his dad.
Why didn't you get me the new iPhone?
No, because his dad works with phones and technology.
Did you not catch that?
Yeah, I was making a joke. I didn't want a flip phone. I wanted an iPhone. You bastard.
I
You
don't think
ruined
it's
Christmas.
modern enough
For iPhone. Because this, like, the setting of the anime is 2015, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like, if I see a calendar, I'm gonna make sure I mention that to you so we can actually get a good day. Like,
Yeah.
because I think we had a calendar pop up at one point. Like, this entire show has had a sense of time, but not really. It's been more about the actual assassinations more than the passage of time.
Yeah.
Anyway, want to continue?
Oh, I'm sure you can. Have you gotten the giggles out yet?
Don't worry, I won't say that word anymore.
Alright, then by all means, continue.
We're gonna get back with it, Tono, here. And he flashes back to one of his memories, which he sees as a lie. Is this the memory of the dad?
Yeah.
He has found by Koro Sensei and the group, trying to convince the boys into joining Class C. All of a sudden, smoke surrounds the area, and with the target realizing it is a spray designed to weaken him. Itona is then kidnapped by Shiro and his men, revealing that abandoning Shiro was part of the plan. It's like, how messed up do you have to be to plan for abandoning a child and then coming back later to kidnap said child because of Koro Sensei?
But you abandoned me as a child. Hey, how do I know you didn't abandon me?
But it's just so messed up.
I'll tell you what's messed up.
You?
Having an ex-girlfriend convince you that the baby your wife has isn't yours, and you divorce her, and then 10 years later your ex tells you the truth, and then you track down the woman who was your ex-wife who had your baby, and you say that baby's mine, but it turns out she didn't have the baby, she lost it due to the stress, she's with someone else, and strangely enough it has the same hair color as her ex-husband that she's now remarried, and so this ex-husband who believes the child is his is trying to kidnap it. Now that's crazy.
Is that actual story? Or did you make that all up?
No, that's real.
Oh,
I had to go to prison for a few years.
just hearing that has made me not want to read again. Oh my gosh. That's just
Yeah, it's sad.
sad
All
and
because
disturbing.
the ex lied, and she thinks confessing like a decade later will make everything all right.
Um, whoops, I lied. Why? Anyway, let's get back on the track. Koro Sensei chases after them, but is soon ambushed by Shiro's men, and they got like the pressure rays. Italo remembers how he first met Shiro on the streets after being abandoned by his father. Did his father actually abandon him?
I think he did.
Are we sure he didn't run away?
I'm pretty sure he abandoned him.
Jeez. His desire to win, and now that the target he tried to kill is trying to, it's like trying to protect him. It's like he doesn't know what to think. At that moment, the whole class, well, not the whole class, the students involved in the situation, arrive to help Koro Sensei save Tona. Because like they take out all the pressure waves, or the pressure rays. Rinka Coley iterates that they are only upset with Shiro due to him using the class as his pawns. The distraction allows Koro Sensei to remove the net covering Etona, because like Etona's tentacles are still in, and it's like very uncomfortable for him. And like Shiro's men have been defeated by the students. The teacher tells Shiro to retreat as every plan he's devised had been foiled by the students. Like the very fact that the students are protecting Koro Sensei because they want to kill is hilarious. He complies, knowing that his strategies need reevaluating and that Etona will die in no more than 2 days. It's like, oh great, you've sentenced a child to death. Shiro is one of the worst characters in this entire show, isn't it? Isn't he? It's like,
You bet your sweet bippy he is.
Huh?
You bet your sweet bippy he is.
Okay. Weirdo.
Oh, it's just a reference from a show, but yeah, he is.
care to take the next one, you weirdo?
No, I'm good. You can keep going.
The class discusses how to remove the tentacles, which would not come off if Eternus still desires winning and power. Fua figures out that Eternus' father ran a small factory that supplied smartphone parts around the world. The business closed down 2 years prior due to rising debt, and Eternus' parents vanished, leaving their son behind. So it's not really that he got abandoned, it's more his parents died or something.
Yeah.
Hence his rampage against cell phone shops and his desire to win.
Let me just note how wrong you've spelt this name, by the way.
What name was it?
Terasuki
Was it Teriyaki or
Terasaka, mate.
Terasaka?
Yeah, Terasaka and his group decide to take responsibility for Eternus' well-being. Eternus, meanwhile, dreams how the business failed due to the staff being headhunted by various competitors, leading to its eventual demise. Businesses, they're the absolute worst when you try and start them up because everyone guns for you.
Yeah.
Especially in like technology. Technology, you are a target at all points of running a business. Waking up, he finds himself wearing a bandana fashioned from the net earlier, surrounded by Terasaka's group. So essentially what they've done is with the netting is to make sure his tentacles don't come out again in case they're still there. They try various ways with Eternus' lust for victory, from eating Muramatsu's ramen, which, like, Eternus really doesn't like. Although no one likes his ramen. But he's also, like, providing ideas on how to improve the ramen as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Riding Yoshida's motorcycle. Like, I love this bit of like the sliding right turn, and Itato just goes whoosh, right to a bush. It's just like it's like a missile, just and Hazama suggests that he read the Count of Monte Cristo.
I'm reading that actually.
Really?
Yeah.
What a read!
Oh, I'm nearly on page 300.
How many pages is there?
If I remember correctly, 1,049.
See, that's why I cannot handle books. They are
It's like 10
too
chapters. Do
long.
you know what the story of Monte Cristo is about?
No.
Basically, it's a guy gets falsely accused of being a Bonaparte, like someone who works for Napoleon.
Uh.
And he ends up in prison for life, but he escapes after 13 years and plans his revenge.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like I'm on like nearly 300 pages. It's like, mate, where's the revenge coming? It took like 100 pages to get you out of prison. Now it's gonna take another 100 just to get to the revenge. It's kind of like a slow burn, but I'm enjoying it. Anyways, where were we?
I could not handle a slow burn like that. You got 100 pages just to get from point A to point B in the story.
Yeah, it's a slog. The guy that wrote the Three Musketeers,
Hmm.
the book I read before.
However, Eterna's pain returns, forcing him to become violent. And Terasaka confronts him, saying despite failing to kill Koro Sensei every day, he will continue to do so until he is killed. They only need one success.
What's that?
Furthermore,
I said a dong.
my finger hit the base of my mic stand. Because my mic stand has springs on it to hold it in place. Which allows me to be like, that was not intended. It allows me to be like, if I want the mic up here, I can do that. If I want it out here, but I usually have it right here, right at my face. So that noise you just heard was me accidentally pulling the entire thing up. Furthermore, Muramatsu and Yoshida's talents will one day improve their respective fathers' businesses. His words get through to Itona, allowing Koro-sensei to safely remove the tentacles. Oh, so he still had the tentacles in. Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. I love how it's just like, in the end, it's just like, basically, bitch talk him. The next day, Itona finally joins Class E, not through the wall this time, vowing to continue the assassination of Koro-sensei despite the loss in power, but now with the help of new friends. He joins Terasaka's group, but tells Muramatsu that he will not vomit when eating his ramen. I love how much of a straight shot Itona is. Like, he just says it as is. He does not care. Care to take some notes for episode 4?
Sure can. We're on the first. Yeah, we just got to episode 4, right?
Yeah, we just got there, man.
Yeah, just make sure. 1 week has passed. 1 week has passed since Itona joined Class 3E. After Koro-sensei leaves for the day, Nagisa spots Itona building a high-tech RC tank. The boys marvel at the new student's talent, considering how the tendrils, let's call them tendrils so we don't call them testicles, had previously inhibited his intelligence, though he still has a sharp tongue, and are impressed by how silent the tank shoots and maneuvers.
Like, even like
Itona,
the actual barrel is silent.
but deadly.
Like most farts.
Itona lets them in on Koro-sensei's critical weak point, his heart directly underneath his crescent moon tie, a fact that Koro-sensei himself muses will be known eventually. Itona then takes the RC tank for a test run, driving it to the staff room until the boys see through its camera a few of the girls coming out. They realize
No.
the image's quality is poor, but any enhancements will increase weight and lower stealth. Take Bayashi begins to advise suggestions. Most of the boys become entirely distracted with the possibility of seeing up the girls' skirts and
No.
suggest various things. What?
First tentacles, and now we got this.
Yeah, they want to see up the girl's skirt and suggest various ways to improve the RC's camouflage and maneuverability. Only Nagisa and Isogai are wary of this, considering how upset the class had been about the underwear pets.
It's like, oh yeah, we're upset by someone stealing underwear and like thinking it's Koro-sensei, but you know, upskirting, perfectly fine. No,
I
it's
suppose, because he's an alien. You know, that's alienist, you know? They're
what?
racist. No, you can't do that because you're an alien.
No,
But we can
Koro-sensei
because...
is not an alien.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
He's not human.
but he was born
Well,
on Earth.
technically. Yeah, technically. That means, you know what that means, right?
What?
If Elon Musk can get his SpaceX program up and running and land and build a colony on Mars, then all the humans born on Mars will be Martians. How crazy is that?
As crazy as you not reading the notes.
Oh, well, excuse me for trying to blow your mind.
Well, you did blow my mind.
Okay, and speaking of blowing, early the next morning, the boys test out the improved model again until it's destroyed by a provoked weasel. Despite the failure, Itona promises to keep on improving the design. Okajima's proclamation to see up all the girls' skirts, however, is overheard by the girls. And unfortunate timing by Ritsu to announce the completed development of a fish lens camera confirms the girls' suspicions. Okajima is left to fend for himself, where Itona quietly slips away to
Skip class.
skip class with Karma. Nagisa notes that Itona is quite sociable with everybody and knows that his talents can help assassinate Koro-sensei.
Like, it doesn't look like it, but it kind of knows how to read a room and get out of situations. So he doesn't get in trouble. Anyway, later on, Kade deciphers Eterna's name, meaning becoming a Fred. Eterna responds that other people in the class have weird names. She later spots Kimura's name, his full name meaning Justice. A name which he reacts to with chagrin. It's like, my parents are police officers, and they're like obsessed with justice, so I got called Justice. Which, Justice is one of the coolest names you could have.
Yeah, Justice. No, no, no. No, you know what's a cool name to have?
What?
Vengeance. I am Vengeance.
Just as long as your last name's not Smith.
Or Lucifer.
Justice Lucifer?
Yeah, can you imagine?
Justice Morningstar?
Oh, what do you got, like Justice Hitler?
Oh no! No, but I was making the Will Smith joke.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Yeah. Justice Smith.
Justice Slap.
Yeah, that's the whole reason why I was like, as long as your last name's not
Or
Smith.
it's Justice Rock.
Justice Scissors.
Oh, I got nothing.
Justice Rock beats Justice Scissors. And Justice Scissors beats Justice Paper. And Justice Paper beats Justice Rock. Oh, I feel like this is gonna be a long episode just because we're just losing it. Hazama notes that she'll never live up to her name because of her hysterical mother and living style. Because, her first name's Kirara, which it means creepy, I think, in English. At the same time, Kama reveals to have inherited his parents' weird taste to like his own name. Again, Kama's a cool name to have.
Yeah.
Nakoro Sensei states that only Professor Bitch and were you trying to spell tiramisu?
Yeah, that was the joke, tiramisu.
Why?
Because what's the actual name?
Karasuma.
I was trying to put Terasuma. Tiramasuma.
Tiramisuma. You were so close on it too. Like they don't call him by his designated name, of course, Sensei. And Professor Bitch is like, it's weird to call adults that. It's like, yeah, it's just a name for a year, honestly. Just live with it.
Yeah.
Because they like just be like, hey, you. Yeah, that comes up with the idea to give each other code names for the day, much like the assassins that they encountered on the island, and with each person writes down the potential code names for everyone else, and it's randomly drawn by Koro Sensei, and then he immediately bans the usage of their real names for the entire day. By the following PE class, however, most of the students were depressed with the, or like after PE class, they were depressed with the names they were assigned. Only Kimura was given his full name as his code name. No, it was just Justice that he was given. It wasn't his full name.
Alright.
And like Koro Sensei is like reasoning that should Kimura be the one to kill him, the name Justice will resonate positively with the general public. In life, though, it is what people do that will define them rather than the names they were given at birth. And like, Koro Sensei even has like you want to change your name? Here you go. Here's a sheet that you can do so. But he's like, Kimura is just like, nah, I'm good with Justice. When Koro Sensei suggests calling him Prince of the Fateful Eternal Wind, the class rises and their teacher ends up being called Stupid Chicken Octopus. Sweet,
I love a
part
good
chicken, part octopus? Despite the students' general discomfort, the class admits that it was funny to do that for the day. Kaede, however, demands the person that gave her the nickname Forever Flat to speak up, and Muramatsu is just like, whistles and leaves. It's just like, we know who gave her that one. Meanwhile, back in the chairman's office, the father and son discuss Class C's unacceptable rise with.
Did you spell that right?
Which one? Gakushi?
Yeah. Isn't that go? Are you talking about the student?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, Asano. Promising.
that's spelled wrong.
Asano is his first name.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I was just confused because Gakushi. That's not even one of their names. It's Gakuho as their last name.
Yeah.
And promising to deal with them like midterms arrive. It's like, how are you gonna deal with them before midterms, huh? They already embarrassed you once. You there, Bailey?
Yeah, I'm here.
You want to get started on episode 5?
I sure can, but I'm just reading the Book of Monte Cristo. I was waiting for you. It's such a good read. I don't know if I can put it down.
Well, put it down.
Just for this, and then you can go.
Nagisa, Keanu, Mihara, Kotaoka, and Okajima hang out not the Okijima, not to be confused with Fujima, hang out in a cafe where Yuma Izagai secretly works. His gentlemanly qualities, despite being poor, are noted to be what attracts regular customers in return to cafe. The students are in awe of this, ranging from Izogai's ability to make cheap clothing fashionable, folding toilet paper into triangles, and receiving love letters from the main campus students. You
I
see,
love
making
how it's like all the older people as well.
because that's what you can do. It's not the clothes, it's the person. Like you could have like a really muscular buff person wear like what $50 jeans and that and
Yeah,
a shirt and look good.
and they look amazing.
Yeah, you know the it's not the clothes that maketh the man, it's the man that maketh the clothes.
Yeah.
Um Kora Sensei also chimes in and states that the cake he is enjoying is enough for him to turn a blind eye to Izugai knowingly violating school regulations. When he asks the students what makes Izugai so special that they keep this a secret, the students simply answer that he is a good guy. Another group of customers walk into the cafe who are none other than the five virtuous.
No,
The group
I'm pretty sure
states
you meant virtuosos.
virtuosos,
Yeah,
the three amigos,
the five
the group,
idiots.
the three stooges,
In this case, it's the Five Stooges.
the magnificent eight. The group stated that they were acting on a tip-off that a student was working at the cafe. Gakushu Asuno also cannot believe that Izugai still continues to break the rules that led him dropping to Class E in the first place. Outside, Izugai pleads with Asuno to keep this quiet, citing financial difficulties in his family. After some thought, Asuno agrees on the condition that Class E play against Class A in the game of Botashi, which is pole felling.
Yeah.
In the upcoming sports festival, Izugai's expulsion depends on the outcome. No, it doesn't.
Actually,
Who
hold
are
on.
you?
I just realized we've completely forgot about something back in episode 2. That, like, with the pudding, where Rio is taking a photo of it,
Yeah.
and, like, she's in the photo. We didn't talk about the fact that if she ever posts that photo, someone's gonna be able to figure out what's going on.
Spaghetti. They might think it's fake, you know?
No, but, like, the fact that, one, she's wearing school uniform, two, there's a giant pudding in the background, and three, whatever she writes as the caption is gonna attract the attention of the news, it's gonna attract the attention of the main campus students, and essentially, like, if they have that there, Koro Sensei is going to be in hiding for the rest of the year, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, at least until the pudding story dies down. It's like no thought put into like the ramifications that you could potentially have by posting a photo on the internet. Like even without a caption, it could have you could have a bad thing happen. Anyway, I'm sorry, I derailed us to go back to that point. Continue on, please.
Alright, yeah, just let me finish reading this chapter. Such a good book.
Bailey!
And what if it were? What doth that make thee? The next day, Izugai voluntarily decides to accept his punishment like a man, so as not to let Class C get hurt. However, their classmates vehemently disagree, like schoolgirls. They cite the opportunity to beat down the elitists that regularly discriminate against them, persuading Izugai to change his
He's a
mind.
gay!
Izugai!
He's a gay!
Izugai! Get him, boys! Get the rope!
What is the rope for?
Like, we're gonna hog tie him, drag him back to town. We don't take kindly to those types
What
wandering
is this, the
around here.
1980s?
I see now in South Park, the video game, it's like whenever you make a character, the rednecks will come in. We don't take kindly to your types around here.
Yeah.
And it's like if you're a boy or a girl, even if you're just regular straight, they're like, "Wait, but ain't a cisgendered male. Let's welcome this thing to our town."
Because they don't understand the terminology.
Yeah, yeah. Karamasu hears about the upcoming Botashi, remembering the countless times he played it while in the Defense Academy, and that on the field, it was a war rather than an assassination in the classroom.
An assassination in the sheets.
And freak in the streets.
Assassination in the streets is freaks in the sheets.
Not freak in the streets, because she a hoe.
Go on.
During the sports festival, individual students of Class E win various track and field events thanks to their talents being honed in by their training. Koro Sensei comforts. I got to get this tongue tie cut. I had it since I was born. That's why I always get tongue tied. Can't lift my tongue up. Koro
we
Sensei
need to get you some weights for your tongue.
comforts Izuge in that he may not have Asano's many skills, but Izugai does have the camaraderie of his classroom to support him. Finally, the Botashi match between the boys of Class A and E arrives. Class E notes that not only did Class A have an advantage in numbers, but also the backing of 4 physical muscular foreign exchange students.
No, not 4. It's the entire class.
Yeah, but
It's
there's only
all of them.
but only 4. I only counted 4 actually doing shit.
No, but it's all of them.
Yeah. Asano had a goal in mind to physically and mentally crush Class E and planned various strategies in mind to pick off a supposedly intimidating side.
However, one of the 5 virtuosos spots that the E-class students aren't attacking. Instead, all of them are defending their pole in the formation they dubbed Absolute Defense Form. Asano starts the game by sending a group led by American student Kevin to attack. Intimidated by Kevin's physique, Yoshida and Muramatsu break out of the formation and charge at the attackers. However, they get absolutely sent flying into the stands. And Kevin asks in English why the other students are not attacking, and Karma's just like, go on, attack. When the attackers strike, Class E counters with the tentacles plant, jumping on top of the attackers and using the weight of the pole to incapacitate them. Terasaka points out that there was no rule of using the pole as a weapon, and the match continues on. Although impressed, is not Asano is impressed by this, but not overly concerned. And there was 2 groups to attack the flanking sides. Yuma leads a group of 5 people, including Karma, to run through the gap between the groups. However, the 2 groups fake their attack and loop back around to get them. When Karasuma and the girls worry that the group will be injured, Koro-sensei tells them not to worry, and that beforehand he advised them on how Hannibal of Carthage. It is Carthage, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Or like Carthage.
Yeah,
Devise unconventional tactics to continuously defeat numerously superior armies of Rome. So, and Yuma's just like, stands! Spread out! It's like Chaos just goes out into the actual audience. And they're like using their mobility of like parkour to dodge A classes and disorganized attempts of grabbing them. It gets wild. And amidst the distraction, Asano and the defenders are surprised to find their pool attacked by Yoshida and Muramatsu. They faked their earlier injuries and like actions and stuck around from the audience side while Isugai was distracting everyone. Yuma and his team also attack A class's pole, forcing Asano to display his martial arts skills. And also, I feel like partially breakdancing as well. I feel like there's some breakdancing skill in there with how he moves around the pole, kicking everyone off.
That might be what's it called, the Brazilian fighting, the drunken dance fight.
Really? You know that
I'm
off the
just
top of
trying
your
to.
head?
Not the name, but I know what it is.
Ah.
Um,
But yeah,
what?
enforcing, yeah, it's like they get knocked off, like they're on the pole and it's having to kick them off. You want to take the next one?
Sure. Let me just. Was it? Hold on. Capoeira. That's what the.
Oh,
It's a blend of martial arts and dance.
ah, that's nice. If only they
Alright.
used that in Welcome to the Jungle, the Jumanji movie.
Yeah, and the spiders come just do the dance here.
Yeah, but like in that movie, the dance fighting was just music in the background.
What are we up to when the attackers
No,
strike?
no, no, no.
No,
We're down there.
there we go. As Asano knocks Izugai off as well, and the attacking Class A members start to return to the pole, Nagisa leads another group to attack Class A's pole, leaving only Terasaka and Takibayashi to hold down their pole and Kevin's group. Takabayashi notes that Kevin's group can easily overpower them, but cannot do so unless ordered by Asano, and Asano himself is too distracted to do so. Asano to do so. Izugai calls up their secret weapon and launches Itona in the air. Itona lands at the top of the pole and starts using his weight and the pole's instability to bring it down. Asano realizes that he is losing and the pole falls to the ground, giving Class E a miracle victory.
It's like, how do you lose to a bunch of kids?
Quite poorly, it seems. After the game, Chairman Asano berates his son for allowing Class E to win against overwhelming odds, therefore failing as a leader. Kevin defends the boy, however citing that, as a father, the chairman should tell his son to learn from his defeat. In response, the chairman, claiming that he has never lost, challenges all four exchange students to a fight. He wins without a single scratch on them, leaving them begging and covered in blood.
Like
While
literally, the
Asano
room is like covered in blood as well.
and he just leaves, and you're like, clean that shit up.
No, he doesn't even say that. It's just like,
Yeah, I know. Just imagine.
yeah.
While Asano watches in horror, Gakuho remembers a time when, on the first day of karate training, he had been beaten heavily by his instructor. Class E notes how the school's atmosphere has changed since their victory. You want to take over?
On the second day, he simply watched in frustration at his instructor's movements. And on the third day, he re-challenged him and beat him without touching him once. He cites that he would go insane if he did not confront his problems head on. He asks his son why he is not frustrated losing to Class E. And I feel like the simple answer is we're not the same person. As the festival ends, this guy spots Sano and inquires whether he'll keep his end of the bargain. And Sano is like, fine. But promises to put E-Class down in the future. It's like, yeah, you gotta do that. He's gotta have one win at some point. The episode ends with this guy attempting to bargain for some leftover bread from the festival to take back home. It's like, dude is poor if he's having to bargain for leftover bread from the school.
God. Oh God. Oh, he's so poor. The ducks probably throw bread at him.
Do you remember the section with the bread? Where Hara is like so fast, she runs, catches the bread in her mouth and sucks it down in one motion.
Oh, I remember that.
It's like that is a talent right there, to be able to just hoover food in. I feel like anyone that's able to do that, it should just be nicknamed the Kirby technique. Just Kirby your food. And also, the fact that anyone could do that is just absolutely wrong. Anyways, that's the end of episode 5 for us. Of the anime. So, for now, we're going to end this part, we're going to end this episode here. For YouTube, links in the description to both of Bailey's channels, both of my channels, and the Twitch for you guys to go check out. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so the next video comes out. A ding, a ding, a ding, a ding. I'm Psycrafter, out.
Not the mad scientist. Mad scientist, yeah.
Don't you dare lie.
I am when we do this.
No, you're not. You're Total Gamer Junkie.
Alright.
I just call you Bailey because it's much easier. And you don't mind your real name being on the internet.
No, I already got a dick pic out there, so what's to do with my name being out there?
A what account?